Hi folks, and welcome to Plkitty Catnip Play. Today I am joined by my husband for another Friday night of shenanigans. So we are going to do a little bit more raffle stomping. We are doing raiding with leashes today. So I've already actually gotten a lot of the pets. I am down to actually 3. That I still need in order to complete the achievement and get Mr. Bigglesworth, which gets me one step closer to also getting Crazy Cat Lady, which is super fun as well. I thought this was actually appropriate because I'm thinking of actually doing a little bit more of the pet side of things in World of Warcraft, which a lot of people embraced immediately when they brought it in, and other people like my husband have been slow to adopt. So he has actually asked me over the past week whether I might actually help him in leveling up his pets, because I do have a number of pets at max level. So for those of you that don't know, in World of Warcraft they have added pet battles, and it's very Pokemon-esque, where you catch a number of different pets through pet battles, and you can actually play against your friends or just through looking for group kind of idea. I will try to explain as much as I can as we go. So we are in Blackwing Lair right now, which is actually one of the classic dungeons from way back in vanilla, as we call it. And the pets that you can get here, if we look at our mountain pets menu, is the Death Talon Whelp Guard. And that actually drops off of the Broodlord Lash Lair, the Untamed Hatchling, which drops off of Razorgore the Untamed, and Chrominius, which is the one that I actually need, and that drops off of Chromagus. And I decided to bring my hunter today because I actually have Chromagus type pet, which is actually rare, that actually walks around the inside of Blackrock Mountain. So not within one of the instances, but just within the kind of structure where the instances are. So I guess we'll just start the fights, eh?
Yep.
So, and my husband is playing his paladin today because those of you who played back in vanilla will know that probably the best paladin set that ever existed was from Blackwing Lair.
Yep. So I want to play paper dolls and get the nicest looking gear. So.
And we didn't actually show these characters before. So this is my husband's character here. I'm going to just remove my menu just for a second just to show you. Looks very, very cool. I call him the Space Marine.
Yep.
Love it. And I'm pretty happy actually with Dree's set as well. I have a couple of pieces on that I'm looking to replace. So if I bring up Mogget here, you can see this red set is actually what I'm going for. So there's 2 pieces from Molten Core that I haven't been able to collect, which is the Giant Stalker leggings and the Crown of Destruction, which are actually both off of the main boss in Molten Core. So I'm still working on that.
And you know, the way you make sets and the way I make sets is very much like the way we cook. I like to make things that go together as per the instructions. This is all one set with the exception of my boots, whereas you're like the more freeform. So you've probably got pieces from 3 or 4 different sets there that go well together as a thematic look, whereas I just like to have everything matching so that it's really one set of armor. So,
yeah. Yep. And I do have some like that too, but
yep.
For the most part, I am a rebel. I don't like to go by the instructions. I like to form my own way of doing things. So did you want to control, or did you want me to?
Doesn't matter, you can control if you want. If you're comfortable with it. I'll come up in here, I'll be clear. Okay.
Oh.
I'm kind of lagged, so you might as well go get it.
Me too.
Oh, okay.
This is the trouble with some of the older stuff, is they have these abilities that can last for a long time. I can't... I'm trying to click the thing.
Okay, I'll get it. Oh, you're down there. Well, I don't want to kill him. So, get control.
See.
Honey, don't attack him.
I know, I'm trying to...
Your pet's attacking him. You're auto-attacking him.
Passive.
He's not going to survive this anyways. It's a wipe.
Oh, noes.
Like, he's got 2% health, so... Just kill him.
So this is what happens if you kill him. You insta-die. This is what not to do.
Yeah, exactly. So the gimmick with this fight is you have to take control of the dragon and make him destroy all of the eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And then once all the eggs are destroyed, then you can kill the dragon. But you can't do that beforehand. And so, for whatever reason, we were having problems with the mind control.
Yeah, I kept on clicking the orb, but it wasn't letting me control him.
Yeah, don't click it more than once, because there is a cooldown once you do that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I clicked it once and I waited just in case it was like a lag, and it didn't do anything. So I don't know why.
Ready?
I said I don't have to revive my pet, but now I do. I don't know. It's weird.
Ready?
Ready.
There you go. Got it? Got it?
It's still not doing it. There we go. You got it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it doesn't like me.
And you're left clicking, right? Or sorry, right clicking?
Yep. I did. Oh, interesting. You're starting down there.
Yeah. So of course the bad guys don't like us having mind control over the dragon, so they will come in and try to either kill the dragon or kill us to stop him from destroying all of the eggs. That's okay, we don't spend that stuff. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, back when we used to be more regular with their playing, when we used to do this. Oh wow, what's going on over here?
Wow, I had another derpy moment.
This was the 40-man raid, so there would be 40 players together trying to coordinate this. It consisted of 2 or 3 people guarding the podium where I'm taking mind control there. make sure nothing killed me. And then everybody else was running zigzag figure 8 patterns, trying to make the bad guys follow them around in a technique called kiting. So you kite the monsters around, and everybody else does damage to them slowly as they run by. And it's amazing to think of this as something that 40 players would have to be in and doing. And hours we would be in this room trying to get past this boss. The gimmick fights were always the worst while raiding. It required a level of coordination that, for a lot of us was new. Now, if you were to put a mechanic like this into the game, it would be easier because all the players are now well established in terms of what skill sets are needed, and most of the mechanics are just similar to what has been done before us. So. It's one of the interesting things about the game is you hear a lot of complaints about that World of Warcraft has gone easy and there's no challenge to it anymore. But you got to remember, well, you've been playing it for 10 years. You've gotten better is probably the most common item versus it having gotten easier. I'm gonna need some help up here to clear this stuff, eh?
Okay.
I've only got 4 more eggs left, so. Last egg coming up.
See that. So he dropped the egg.
Yep, nice. Was this one you needed?
No, I have it.
Is this the hatchling? Untamed hatchling, so I've already got one.
Yeah.
So read for it, and then we'll sell it.
All right.
You taking the bracers?
No, I already have them. Not that I care, because you can't see bracers anyway.
Yeah.
But.
So this again, this whole raid was like the first 2 bosses were at times the hardest because again it's another gimmick fight. So the gimmick for this fight is this dragon, he's only at about 20 or 30% health, 30% health, because Nefarious has been draining his life. But the gimmick is that the dragon will give you an ability that you do extra damage, but after 2 minutes or 1 minute, it's called burning adrenaline, you die. There's nothing you can do to avoid it. Absolutely no mechanic to avoid the death. And so this fight would normally go on for about 5 or 10 minutes, and so every minute you'd have one of your players die, and that player was random. So you could get some bad luck where it's one of your 2 or 3 tanks or one of your healers, in which case the other healers that are left alive have extra work they need to do. So a bad random selection could really make the difference on this. So, but now it's pretty straightforward.
You can still die.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
From that. So the debuff is actually called burning adrenaline, and that was actually the namesake for the raiding group that I used to belong to back in vanilla.
Yeah. So I have burning adrenaline. I'm going to die here in 5 seconds.
Oh.
4 seconds.
Okay, I'll revive you.
2 seconds. I've tried to bubble out of it. Didn't make a difference. So,
okay, so here I got you.
Yeah.
If I can find you here.
Oh, I don't know if I have that shield. I will take that shield with.
So I specifically took my Stonebeard here, who is my Stone Guardian, for my pet, because he actually, his special ability, because he's a exotic pet, is that he can bring people back from the dead. Yeah, resurrect people. Eternal Guardian is the name of the ability.
Yep.
Yeah, that shield is actually pretty awesome, especially for like an older model.
Yeah.
It's great.
And it's a nice paladin looking shield. If I had a red armor set, it would go really well with it.
Yeah.
So
I took the belt as well because I think I might have it, but I'm not 100% sure.
So now we face our first trash, as it's referred to in the gaming world. These are just monsters that, they don't drop any special loot. They don't have anything special going on for them. They're just trash between bosses. So that was one of the nice things about Blackwing Lair. For as frustrating as those gimmicks were, there wasn't tons of trash. In some raids, even at the 40-man playing level, you'd have to you'd have to go through trash for about 45 minutes to get to a boss. It was just absolutely painful. So this upstairs here these are the suppression rooms. So all of these pillars that have smoke coming out of them, they're suppression fields. So what it means is you move at about 10% of your regular speed. So again, this was another one of those weird gimmicky things that was unique to this instance. It's never been done since, probably for good reasons.
Oh my god, it's so painful.
It's just a gauntlet run. You just need to make your way through. And here I am, I'm slow, and you can see the
agony. The worst part though is back in the day when this was a 40-man raid, only rogues could disarm these. So you always had to have rogues with you, and they would have to sneak up to the pillar and disarm it.
Yeah. But now they've changed that so that anybody can disarm the pillars. You just need to get to them. So
yeah.
You might get one or two disarmed, but you will go slow at some point.
Yeah. I, for the most part, just ignore everything and just try to get to the end and then worry about killing stuff. Oh my god, it's so slow. Thank goodness we're almost at the end.
Yeah. So then at the end there you have the Broodlord. He's the boss for this area, so we're almost to him.
And he's the next one that drops a pet.
Yeah, and he was never really anything other than a classic tankish bank. We had mentioned that on our Void Reaver fight. You have a tank who's taking most of the damage, the rest of the raid does the spanking part, thus the tank and spanks. So there were some mechanics to it that, with it going into more complex raid discussions, it's not really relevant to the conversation. There's no big gimmick to him, so.
Sure, I already have those. So no pet off of him?
Nope.
No.
So let's get some stuff here.
So this hourglass sand as well can be used to actually clear one of the afflictions from one of the later bosses. Which, when the fights took longer because you were at level, that was actually really handy.
So there's a couple of dragons who fly in this area. They're considered to be bosses as well. They're almost more of a mini boss. They don't drop really great loot, but they do drop some loot. Let's grab those legs.
These actually were really fun in vanilla as well, these guys, because they have an immunity to like 2 schools, right, Jace? It was 2 schools. And then,
so what's a school?
So a school of damage. So nature damage, fire damage, frost damage, so on and so forth. And the ones that it wasn't immune to, it actually took... Do you know what the multiplier is?
Oh, it was maybe 10 times damage or something like that.
Yeah, it was like a crazy amount. So a lot of people really liked finding them because they would see these like ridiculously huge numbers for that time, right?
Yeah.
So Dree here was actually one of the first characters that I had rolled, but I didn't actually actively play her until recently. I actually finally leveled her up to max level. But originally, she was largely an RP character for me. So I actually would go and collect all of the pets from both factions. So I actually created a character on the opposing faction and would gather the pets, sell them on the cross-faction auction house to get them for Dree. And then I would actually host a pet shop just in like Goldshire outside of Stormwind at a little house there. I would go and I would, you know, call out that the pet shop was opening, and I would sell pets. I would announce what pets I had in stock, and I would sell them, and then I would sell them with like just really at the cost of the pet. So it wasn't so much for making money as much as just for the RP factor. And so then I would actually, you know, there are different like kind of gray items you can get in the game that I would pair up, or white items, whatever, items that weren't necessarily of value, but oh really, but that would match up. So I would match up like a chew toy or something like that, and then I would actually send the people who bought pets, or I would give them like little letters as well of like how to care for their animal and all of that stuff. So it was really fun. It was, you know, one of those ways where like I really like to, and it's what I, you know, really want to impart with this channel as well, is like you can really take games and make them your own. Find your own gameplay within it.
Yeah.
So I really like that. So we do play on a role-playing server, but I can't say that I've really done a whole lot of role-play in a long time. Again, way back in the day, we used to be part of a big raiding group, and so some of those people, geez, we're getting a lot of random purples.
Yeah, we are.
We've got 2 of the wands, 2 of the axes. It's crazy. Yep. anyway, so we used to actually go. They would have like this social evening at one of the bars in Stormwind, and we would go and, you know, drink ale together and tell stories and sing songs, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Jeez. Nothing terribly exciting.
No, there's not usually too much that I think falls off of the drakes. You know,
I know. It would have.
rings. Yeah.
We're almost at the end. It would have been nice to have seen, you know, some of the set pieces for you.
Yeah. Well, trust me. Yeah. So then this is the boss that Allison's really looking for. From Magus. Drops a mini pet.
Who looks like my pet here.
Yep. So we need to let him move the cage there, flip the switch. There he comes.
And he does a number of different debuffs on you, and so if they all stack for a certain amount of time, then you will actually turn into a minion for him.
Oh, Judgment Shoulders. Do I have those already? Probably.
I don't have that crossbow either. I will take that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, see, these shoulders are basically what kind of makes the set. Although, I don't know, the robe and the head are pretty cool too, but... It was a pretty classy looking set. Yes, I still have the curse, but we can't do anything about that.
100% fire damage, it doesn't matter. So then this is the final boss, Nefarian.
So you want to go in the cubby?
Yeah, we'll just meet over in the cubby there. So this is one of those multi-phase fights where the fight takes different stages. So in this first stage, we go here, talk to him. We kind of joke, yeah, know you. Your mama, all that stuff. And then he starts summoning a bunch of draconids that are different colors, and the different colors have different abilities and different combinations. It was random. You didn't know what colors you were getting until you started, and the different color combinations meant different strategies. Largely invalidated by what we're doing here today, but back then, you know, a bad color combination would mean that, you know, we might actually just give up, saying, you know what, we're not going to get it this week. This is the worst combination we can get. We're not ready enough to do this. We don't have the right gear, or we don't have the right player composition, whatever the case may be. So,
yeah, this was like one of the rare cases where my like hardcore frost mage was actually handy, because the blizzard gave such a, it was like a then it was like a pretty significant decrease in speed, which helped to like keep control of everything.
Yeah, because if memory serves, at the time when we were doing this as a raid, we started the next phase where Nefarian comes down this dragon. But as we were doing this, we as characters, as players, we only had about 2,000 to 3,000 health, somewhere in that range, if my memory serves me correctly. And each of these monsters has 15,000, right? So my numbers might be off on that, but you know, it's quite a difference.
Yeah, it kind of blows your mind, right? Like,
yeah. And so we would have like 2,000 to 3,000 health each, and this dragon had what, 800,000 health, something like that. All
right, good luck, Annie.
Yeah, thank you.
Woo!
Crown.
Yeah, so you got your shoulders and your crown.
Ooh, ash candy, I'll take that.
I think I already have. Gems.
Gems.
All right.
Okay. So there we go. That is.
So just to kind of
Blackwing Lair.
recap, for the purposes of the raiding with leashes. So this was one of the raids for the first level of raiding with leashes, and the pets that drop in Blackwing Lair are the Death Talon Whelp Guard, which did drop today, and we actually both had it, so we'll be putting that up on Auction House because they are.
That was the whelp thing, the unhatched whelpling or something.
Yeah. Oh
you said
no, it's the. Oh yes. Okay. So yes, the Death Talon Whelp Guard did not drop. Sorry, it was the Untamed Hatchling that dropped.
Yeah.
That's they right. Both look, they're both Draconid kind of characters, but these pets that you get through the raids do allow you to actually cage them to sell them on the auction house, which is really nice because we can't use them. It'd be nice to be able to pass that on to somebody else who could use them, who doesn't necessarily like us like going through and doing this old content.
Or even if you do like going through and doing it, you can only do it once a week. It's a pretty small chance of those dropping in the first place. So
exactly, which is why I don't have Carminius, because we've done this a bunch of times, and he's only dropped once, and we had a friend with us, and he needed it as well, and he got it that day. So it's just the way these things work. So we are going to go and take a look at what are we going to do next? Nax?
Yep, we can do Nax next.
Nax or AQ? So
it's up to you.
Okay.
It's entirely up to you. And I had both. Oh no, wait, I did not have both those pieces.
Oh
wait, where am I? Oh, I didn't have either of those pieces.
I didn't think so.
Oh,
that's great.
That is great. That means I'm really only a couple pieces left.
So maybe we'll do AQ next. Just because I think there's fewer people who have gone to AQ, so it might be more interesting content to watch.
Sure.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little break, say maybe 5 minutes, just to kind of switch up characters, because we do need to have specific characters for that one, and to get a drink, go to the washroom, that type of thing. So I'm actually going to stop the stream, just because it'll allow me to do that without kind of sharing information that I may not want to share, versus just putting it on break.
Yeah.
So I am going to stop the feed here, and then we'll start again afterwards. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope that you enjoyed this look at Blackwing Lair and the raiding with leashes. So we will be back in a little bit to go through AQ, and I hope that you join us then as well.
Bye.
Bye.